And welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. Now we're at the end game, so we're gonna spend all our money and everything, level up everybody, and I think I might even retrain a few of them. But first thing we're gonna do is, well, I think we can do it from right here. Inventory, right? Okay. So, well, first, no, let's sell everything first. We can get all our, we can go here to sell it. Um, get rid of that. Get rid of that. And the red tape we don't need. Oh, that's already 6 grand right there. Okay. Weapons. We're gonna get rid of anything that's not enchantable. And then the Grimoires we'll keep unless we have doubles. So let's see how much we can actually make here. Yep. Ooh. Put that back. Okay, that's a binding weapon. But we don't have anybody that uses shields though. Two battle warns. Another weather mage. I think that's it. Whoa, 133 grand? Nice. Okay, now let's go through the armor. We'll get rid of everything that's not, which we don't have a lot. Oh wow, we're at 204. 247 just for that. Crap. $325 already? Wow. Oh, we're making bank. Whoa, 388. What we got in here? See, this is something you think you would have something on it, but it doesn't. I'm gonna keep it because it matches that armor, but this doesn't do anything for us. These don't. We're gonna keep that. Oh, I can't give it to a party member. We're gonna do like this. 'Cause that's Colt's hat. We'll keep this one just because. Now that's... Make sure we didn't put anything in there that's... Shouldn't have. Everything looks good. 391. 440. Ooh. Alright. Doing good, doing good. Now, let's go in here. And he... See, I don't know if this upgrades once. He's got 93 out of 100. But there was this one, I think. This is already legendary, and it actually does, you know, frenzy and a bunch of other stuff that he would be good for him. So I'm just going to put this on him. Because it already grants frenzy, but we can get spiritual frenzy or blood frenzy. What a survivor. While frenzied by the crimson... Is this the same thing? Yeah, okay, this is just an upgraded version of survivor. While frenzied by the crimson armor, the wearer gains a damage shield that absorbs some incoming damage. The amount absorbed increases with the wearer's survival skill. While active, critical hits bleed targets for raw damage. While active, attacks can stagger foes. This just activates frenzy. I gain strong and fit inspirations as well as an action speed bonus. And I receive a deflection penalty. So damage over time or attacks can stagger foes. We'll go damage over time. And let's upgrade that one. Right, that's the only one. Oops. I thought I hit cancel. Nope, apparently didn't. Yeah, okay. Now let's look at his helmet. "10% of incoming grazes converted to misses from weapons. 10% accuracy with body affliction and mind affliction attacks." See, he doesn't really use that though. So what else do we have? Damage taken from spells. -8 accuracy with spells. And I can get another engagement. Oh, that's a trinket. Okay. Perception, religion, and insight. +2 intellect. 1 power level for all poison keyword abilities. And melee weapon attacks from stealth inflict roll damage over time. So it'd be good for like a rogue. After being hit or crit, the wearer's next successful weapon attack does 10% freeze damage. And he's immune to push and pull effects. 50% of incoming hits converted to grazes from ranged weapons. -10 recovery time with two-handed melee weapons. So that would be, yeah. Right, because a -1 would make him faster. Because if you have a plus recovery time, means you're slower. So that would be good. A better helmet for him. Okay, and then he has the Cloak of Greater Protection. 10 Fortitude, 10 Reflex, 10 Will. What other... This is considered a neck. Greater Deflection. Plus 1 Perception, plus 2 Stealth. 5% damage to weapon attacks made from stealth. Plus 5 accuracy to weapon attacks made from stealth. Attacks made from stealth stun target. So that'd be good for a rogue. Another Cloak of Deflection. We already have a Greater Cloak of Deflection. Frost Fur Mantle. Ooh. 3 Intimidate grants Soul Infused. While afflicted, the wearer's defenses are increased. While afflicted. Thickened with ice and essence, the scrap of hide feels unexpectedly warm and heavy when donned. Those around the wearer, however, experience a sharp decline in air temperature and a near constant chill breeze. The matter fur reeks of decay, and the shards of horror frost coating it ring quietly against one another. I don't understand that while inflicted part. Well, I got 4 of those ones. And he has the Cloak of Deflection. Cloak of Greater Deflection. Upgrade that one. And then he has, okay. Okay, this one just gives me a bunch of health back, but I take more damage. So it'd be good for like a tank. And he's not a tank. She's got the Cloak of Greater Protection. He's got the Cloak of Greater Protection. Kinda want to keep her with that one. Cloak of Greater Deflection. I guess I could keep that one on him. Because none of them are very stealthy, so this one's not really going to work. And then this one, he doesn't really need intimidation. The only other one I could put on would be just the regular Cloak of Protection. Versus... I mean, he does get shields and everything else every time he loses health, but he does take 50% more damage. Or I want to give him... Because Krelix, I believe, has the highest survival skill. Which is 11. 4, 5, a 1, and 8. So do I want to give this one to him? just make him faster though, and he just usually just kind of. We'll leave him alone. We'll check the boots here. Oh yeah, that's right. Those grant leap, so we want to keep those on him. And these 10 stride, 1 resolve, 1 dexterity, 1 resolve, resistance to might afflictions. Grants Beast of Winter. The wearer's footsteps leave the ground icy beneath them, hobbling enemies who enter the area. Okay. Plus 1 cast with level 2 priest spells. Plus 2 dexterity, 10% healing debt. So their boots are good. Let's check their necklaces now. 1 to Constitution, 1 to Intellect. Grants Cruelty and Curios. The collection of trinkets witnesses the countless acts of mischief and malice, radiating their cruel temperament in the aura that boosts ongoing damage to allies within range. Okay, so it's just a passive effect that boosts, gives everybody 3% damage. And he also gets a Constitution. What other necklaces are in here? See, this one is Communal Carnage. Allies around the wearer have increased damage with weapons. He lost health a little bit, but we're going to put it on him. Negative 25% for each damage taken, plus 25% burn damage taken. Bluff and Diplomacy. That's it. Oh yeah, I don't really like that one either. Gallow Breaker. Nearby allies benefit from the soothing sound of the mouth organ, gaining increased power level for drug-type consumables. 10% accuracy against spirits, plus 1 intellect. And these... What is she wearing for a necklace? Oh, that's right, she's got this one here. And she's a moon godlike, so this would be... She doesn't get any of this, but she gets Lunar Heart. Grants the wearer increased power level at nighttime. That's all she gets off of that. But the Watcher would get 5% chance to instantly destroy a Keth or beast with less than 100 health on a hit. Oh. Only used by the Watcher. Increases might and resolve by 1 until the end of combat, each time a party member is knocked out. Okay, well, if they knocked out, they die in this one, so it's usually... One corrode armor rating. All damage from acid or poison attacks has a 20% chance to be converted into 20% health for the wearer. Got 10% healing done. 5% of hits converted to crits with weapons. Grants Saw Bones. Has 3 charges. Oh yeah, this is the one that you can heal wounds with. And then he has the ones for... Oh no, this was... Didn't he have one that did priest spells? Those are his boots. Yeah. Ability activates when near death. Darkest before dawn. Grants health over time and reduces incoming damage when the wearer is near death. Okay. And what do you have here? Winter's Veil. It's a AoE, 100% of enemy crit to hit chance with non-veil piercing attacks. Do we have a bunch of these at all or not? How many do we have of these? Do we get them all out of here? I think we did. What is this? Oh, the lightning bomb. Okay. Grants life through death. The user channels absorbing the defenses of all enemies in the area. Okay. And then she doesn't have one. Oh wait, there's more stuff in here. Ring of Regeneration. 1 health restored per 6 seconds. Grants blood fire. Burn damage heals for 10% instead of dealing damage when they carry 1 or more injuries. Okay. Well, let's put those in there. Those are his swords. And what was this one? %50 chance of scoring a crit with a melee weapon to reduce the target's weapon. Penetration -1 for 8 seconds. Oh, and she can't... Okay, because... I thought everybody had one of these. Or we're in the wrong section. Okay, well, I don't see any other ones. That's the fireball one I think I get. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, implosion charge. We have this. What about the belts? Immune to push. Pull text 1. Okay. I I like that belt over that one. That's the only belt I have in here. Oh wait, here we go. Betrayal. It grants quick to rebel. The user inspires rebellion in the enemies around them. These enemies are charmed for a short duration and have their might, constitution, and dexterity increased. Okay. Do I do anything for... Oh, here's another one. This, the wielder summons Matua to their side. Matua's attacks heal the wielder if they are nearby and become more powerful as he is empowered by the souls of the crucible. What was life through death again? Oh, it absorbs all defenses. And this one was the... Yeah, we'll take this off and put this on. Right, what's his belt? Grants ability upon become near death. Forge. Okay. That's why he always is paralyzed all the time. He's low. Okay. Now I get it. Oh wait, there's another trinket here. These are all trinkets. Grants corrosive breath. Where's the other one I seen? Wasn't there another one I just... Maybe not. Frightened. Okay. Dealing corrode damage and causing frightened. And that's the only other belt we have is this one. About the... Okay, he's a 2 deflection, and then he's got the plus 3 health restored for 6 seconds. Okay. And then she has... 1 priest restoration power level. We're gonna take that off for now because I don't. She's not a priest. Let's see here. Oh, I guess it went one attribute to any. Throw this on for right now. Immune to hangovers from alcohol if worn while drinking. Oh, that's a neck. Okay. And then we have the Ring of Minor Protection. She's already got that. I don't see any other rings in here. And she's wearing the... You and an ally you choose to bond with become immune to intellect afflictions until the end of the combat. Okay, I need to start using that. Okay, this is the Ring of Overseeing. He should have that too, right? Yeah. And then he's got this other one, which is an extra one of those. But we're gonna do that. Alright. And what is this build? Oh, 10% healing done plus 1 alchemy. Okay. So what about the gauntlets here? His is 3 accuracy. Crackling bolt. 20% chance to reflect incoming electricity attacks. 20% chance to launch a shock damage attack and target on scoring a melee weapon crit. While above 50% health, 5% chance incoming ranged weapon attacks inflict 0 damage. 1 dexterity plus 5 action speed with weapons. Okay. The accuracy one. 15% of misses converted to grazes with proficient weapons. 2 max discipline. Fighter abilities requiring... Oh, okay, this is the for a fighter. %of misses converted to grazes. Oh, we already went through that one. Okay. I kind of like that. What was that one that... We're going to do that one. And what does she have on? Oh, grants lesser lay on hands. Um, I guess we'll keep it. What do these boots do? 2 corrode armor rating, grants no quarter. Okay. Her belt, 3 constitution. I think we're good with our what we have. She's resistant to might afflictions. Deflection against disengagement attacks, 25% stride. +2 freeze armor rating, 1 resolve, resistance to dexterity afflictions, 2 stealth. She can't wear a helmet. And she's got the, 2 rings on. Okay. So this is maxed out and legendary. Okay, these are all our... And we can't do any of these. Yeah, I think he's all maxed. This one we want legendary, but we need... And I don't think we can buy Adraban. That's like a rarity, but... Yeah. So his armor, does he have... Because he's wearing just light armor. Hostile only raw damage, AoE on unconscious. Gains hatred, +4 armor rating, immune to might afflictions. This is... Okay, we have any light armor in here? Two armor rating, get spells, heavy, medium. Fits is all exceptional. So yeah, he's good. And then this one, you can't even do anything with this one. And then we got him on here. I think we, yeah. And she's maxed on hers. Hers is our legendary, but she still has grants dripping. Okay. Bite attack inflicts raw poison damage over time. And we would need one Anderband for this one, which would be immunity to poison attacks. Binding web, +2 to all poison power levels. She can't already do that, though, I don't think. No, I can't tell. And then his is what? Oh, I can get his to legendary though. We'll do that for sure. Does he have the right armor on though that I wanted to put on? Because he doesn't have Is he wearing light or medium? He's wearing light. Yeah, we'll be. -10 hostile effects, 10 plus 10% beneficial effect duration, chance to reflect against spells. Yeah, we're fine with what we have. So yeah, we're good. Well, I can't do that one though, 'cause I don't have a brain. Be 5%. 5% of incoming hits converted to grazes. What's Poacher's Kit? 1 plus weapon set, 1 quick item slot, or 10% crit damage taken. We'll do hardened buckskin for sure. I'd like to do boiled leather. We don't have the Vithric brain. And I don't think we can buy those either. Just don't ever seen them to buy. Can you buy them somewhere? I don't know, to find out here. So yeah, we'll hold off on that then. And then hers, because I really, this one we would need. Yeah, see, we can't, because you can't buy this anywhere. I don't think. But should we switch her out for something else? See, I can do that. I think that'll be better than this one. Even though this one is legendary. So let's do that. Let's put this one on her. And we'll upgrade this one to legendary. Oh, I have to go to Superb first before I can, and I can't because of that. Okay then. Silk robe it is. We'll go silk spinner. Spider bolt, yeah, we can't do that either. We'll do this. Okay. So everybody's armor is good to go. Can't go any further with it, except for him. Because I want to find out if I can actually get a Vithric Brain. Then we have our pistol. Can't get to legendary at all. 50% reload time, 10% axe through if target has a shield. Paralyze target for 2 seconds on crit. Charge field or storm ruin. The bolt disintegrates on impact, showering the area with conductive shards. Pulse shock damage on all targets in the area for a brief duration. The pistol creates a zone charged with electrical energy. Any enemy or ally equipped with a shield, medium, or heavy armor. Okay, we'll go with this one. And then oops. And I still have to kill 10 enemies with. Can't get it to legendary. Plus 5 damage is slash. Reload time. Thunder support wild barrage. What was this? Negative 20% reload time. Range attacks bounce 2 times. Plus 10% damage for 15 seconds. A copious powder load creates a blast that hits all targets in a cone, inflicting burn damage, crush damage, and knocking them back, and dazing them. Let's go Wild Barrage. We'll do more different damage. We'll do this one. There. And then see, I'm not wondering if we want to well, I guess it is legendary. For a while I put heavy armor on her. But she's a monk though, and I want her, she's supposed to be somewhat faster, but yeah, we'll leave that like it is. What's this thing? This is, oh, I can't bind it to her. So then, weapons. She's proficient with what? Flail, hatchet, saber, sword. So she's got a battle axe, which she's proficient in. I do have a hatchet, a saber, another saber. Do I have any legendary weapons in here? Oops. Bow and arrow. I have a legendary quarterstaff. We'll go with the hatchet. Freezing bite or 10% chance to paralyze the target, or chance to launch a freeze damage cone attack on crit. It's a higher percentage. But it's a cone attack, and it might not, if it's a single. We'll go with this one, paralyze, and frost, or ice. Okay, because we can't do this one, right? So we're doing burn damage and freeze damage back to back. Hot and cold, fire and ice. And now see, I like this sword, but I can't level it up. I want it to be leveled higher. And this one's good, but I need a higher religion skill to be able to actually use it. And this one's superb as well. But see, they all do better damage than this one does, for some reason. But I have a cone of effect attack with it. Maybe that's why, because I'm hitting more enemies with it. I'm going to put it back on. And then he uses his fists, so he's good. Oh, we did his guns already. And now her. Shake an attack on Kith or Wilder target on a scoring crit. This one does 10% chance to become invisible for 8 seconds on scoring hits. Oh, where's the other one at? This is the Eye of Whale. We're looking for the Emalorira. And we need brains for this. Claim the will. Dominate a Kith or Wilder. Claim the husk. Dominate a vessel. So this is really only good against Kith or Wilds. I think they're both vessels. Or at least, I think Kith are vessels. I don't know. Maybe the vessels are different. So there's also this wand, which is superb as well. Oh wait, what's this one? Hits with this weapon, I have a 5% chance to cast Form of Helpless Beast. So I can turn people into pigs with this one. Spell hits have a 5% chance to charm targets, and I can cast Frantistic Friends. Summons a pair of drakes to fight for the caster. And then there's this one. -5 deflection against melee weapons. After powering an ability, the wielder's recovery is immediately refreshed. I have to find and read the memories of Hildur in the archives. That's so weird. Okay. And then we got another blunderbust here, but There's a multi-shot. Full choke. Okay. This is like 2 attachments. Open choke, full choke. Chance to knock target prone on scoring hit, and then penetration. Yeah, we'll keep what we have there. Okay, I think we're all good here with all this. He uses his main hand anyway, so and he's... I think there's a couple things on here. I think I didn't get him. There was one that was... I needed to get that I didn't get. Because some of these I don't even use. Because wasn't there one that you could do his armor... Oh, you could wear... lower their penalty for the armor, their heavier armor that they are wearing. Hmm. So I know, but I'm pretty sure that we need... The only one we really need to change is her. Because I want to change her to dual wield. Because she's just one-handed style. Because what does actually one-handed style do? It 20% of hits are converted to crits with weapons. And then with two-handed style, which I think he is, 15% weapon recovery time. So I don't know, maybe I should take just decide on what just one of these for her. Even though this one just put that there. We'll switch it. We'll do that. We'll go like that. Keep her like she is then, but we'll just take that off. She's more efficient that way, I think now. Yeah. I think that's about all we can really do. What are let's so we know we can get an extra first level spell slot here. I believe that's what it is.
Now, you see anything you like?
Yeah, I get one first level spell, which is what we have on right now. But do we want to try and get? Because I think that what did the was it the Hole? Is that what the name of that place was? What did they have to offer? Let's go find out. Are they not moving? There we go. Let's head over to the Hole. We're here.
Need something?
Yeah,
The hole's been... What's the neighborhood without a... Verta found me face down. Of course.
Questions. I want to buy something.
What you need?
I need to rent a room.
I've got just the...
So you can get 2 stealth, 2 streetwise, and 2 sleight of hand here. And that was the only 2 bars that were here. Well, we could actually. Oh, what do we got for food? No, because we'd have to actually. What do you? Here.
Need something? What you need? Let me know if you...
Is this an ingredient or is this an actual? It's a prepared meal. 10 will. 10 max health. Negative 20% damage taken. Plus 10 damage. Minus 3 dexterity. Oh, it lasts for 14 days though. He's only got one of them. This lasts for just 1 day. We didn't make it there. Okay.
This indignity will not go unanswered.
Do we want to retrain her? Does she have anything that has to do with her skills being a certain item? No. So I think she needs better chance. She doesn't have very many. I think I really only have that going through there. I'm debating on whether or not. I think we'll leave it like she is.
I'll take care of it.
Alright, that's
when the...
We have enough supplies. What we got? How are we doing on supplies? Well, we gotta go here. Refill ship supplies. We have enough money to do it. And then it's 21 per day and 10 per day. So do rice. It's 10 per day. We can do 70 for a week's worth. So it'd be 140. 7. We already have 140, but I don't know how much of it's gonna spoil, so we're gonna go like this. We must have bought some earlier. Huh. Okay, well, we got... Let's take, yeah, so that's alright. We got enough money to do it. We got our ships all set, right? We got our dragon wing sails and our blackwood hull. Okay. Well, let's go head on up here. And here we go. Just crash into that ship. They don't care though. Huh. There is plenty of ocean to sail and many lands to explore, but what lies ahead of you dwarves them all. Should you choose to sail on, you suspect there will be no return, not to the Deadfire you have come to know. You set a course through the channel and into uncharted, turbulent seas. The storms of Andora's mortar encompass the visible horizons. Hurricane winds roar like an imprisoned beast, blowing with enough force to wrap the very seas. Past the curtain of rain and above the swells of waves, you can just barely perceive the outline of the colossal adder pillars. Sail into the storm. No sooner does Junk, we didn't name our ship, head into the turbulent waters than you catch sight of a ship speeding after you, its sails flapping violently in the winds. So it has followed you. It remains to be seen whether they can keep up, but for now the storm is concerning enough. Headscarf whipping in the wind, bed of frowns. Gods, Captain, if I'd known, if any of us had known. With a shake of his head, the mariner chuckles. Damn. Quick stands to the rail. Much as I hate agreeing with Bedole, damn. There ain't no charts for what lies ahead. Perched on the rail, one hand clinging to the rigging, Amini laughs, lip curled over uneven teeth. You kidding? This be exactly what kind of shit I signed on for. The hand howls into the wind. A hand falls on your shoulder, and you turn to see Grim Cobra. We go now where gods would not have us tread, yet their scheme guided us here, inexorable and inconvertible. The hand smile balances on the knife's edge between comforting and disquieting. Have faith. Both hands on the wheel, Benzie stares out across the white caps. We're really doing this, ain't we? Sailing into the mortar itself. Gods help us. Junk's crew is the finest in Deadfire. You'll get us through Andor's mortar, I know it. With a faint but determined smile, Bedell nods. You all know your jobs and you all know what's at stake. What's this but one more squall? To stations. A cheer rises as the hands scurry about the decks. Heading into the mouth of the storm, you hear the sound of tearing canvas as the wind batters your sails, an unfavorable omen to the start of a hard voyage. You press on in spite of all misgivings, intent on making it to the bitter end. Looming in the water directly ahead stands a pillar of Adra. It reaches up from the seafloor to pierce the sky like a god-seized finger amid an accusation. Before you can worry about the pillar ahead, your ship jolts and the hull groans against Adra lurking unseen beneath the waves. Your ship's black wood hulls takes a beating within incident, though the pillar itself remains a threat. The choppy currents spin your ship toward a collision course. Smashing against the pillar's gargantuan trunk would make for a quick and unceremonious end to your journey. Success. After a series of hard turns and some clever cheating of the wind, your helmsman narrowly steers the ship out of harm's way, missing the pier entirely. No more Adra pillars are in evidence ahead. The storm grows fiercer as you persist in challenge it. The howling wind threatens to shred your sails to ribbons, and visibly it's dropping fast. 10 damage to the sails. What begins as an irregularity in the water current broadens as the sea churns open a maelstrom. Your ship bounces on the brink of being swept down. The tide redoubles its pull, intent on drawing you closer to the inescapable hungry maw. The wind howls in fury, threatening to tear your sails to ribbons. With a sound like a whip, the dragon-winged sails catch the wind and hold fast. The whirlpool still looms ahead. The only option is to sail at full speed, breaking the whirlpool's grasp by force. Success. Your swift maneuvering breaks the ship free of the maelstrom's deadly grasp, at the unfortunate cost of your sails, which take heavy damage from the turbulent winds. More 10 damage. The howling of the wind builds to a constant shriek, and the rain pounds your deck with relentless animosity. A wave swells ahead, monster enough to eclipse your vision. The prow of your ship slowly rises to meet it head-on. Even if you wanted to, you cannot turn back now. Your crew masters their fear and holds fast to their posts. Against all odds, the ship crests the wave successfully. In spite of the crew's haggard state, a cheer goes up in your honor when everyone realizes they are still alive. Your ship rides the sheer slope of the wave and crashes back down, staying upright all the while. It doesn't immediately register that you have survived. While the rain continues to indigently pelt you with water, the seas ahead look calmer than those you left behind. Your relief is short-lived. An enormous form crests the waves and bears down on junk with incredible speed. Before it can collide with your hull, it dives back into the deep. Tense minutes pass in which you wonder if it will resurface. When it does make another appearance, you press on with caution. Though your visibility is low to non-existent and your heading is a mystery, you sense a glimmer of light far ahead, one shining beacon in the obscurity. Taking the wheel, you sail for Aethys. The seas are calm again and the skies begin to clear. You make out a growing shape on the horizon, Ukwazo. Ornate spires reach up from the island, hinting at the city within. Not all of Ukazo has weathered the millennia with equal grace. Other structures just lean out of the surrounding shallows, making the waters around the island impassable by ship. You resolve to take a skiff the rest of the way. Ooh, ruh-roh. Oh, he looks pretty cool.
Next time, I will secure a body that...
The creature stares down at you with only dim recognition of your presence. Water drips down the tip of his mallet-like head.
So alone. Never alone. Is a Kaizo breached?
Yeah, by a colossal god made of Adra, where have you been? Who are you?
We're the gates of a Kaizo. We guard the silence of a Kaizo. You are a disturbance.
I'm just trying to reach Aethys. He's the one you want.
Aethys has disturbed the bones of a Kaizo. The old pacts permit him to pass, but you will go no further. A Kaizo is closed. The gates are barred.
Before we settle this, I want answers about Kaizo.
Our covenant with the Old Ones does not forbid questions. The living were meant to forget Kaizo. Nothing can be gained of remembering it.
If I rest my legs for a little bit, we better fight for both of us. I was under the impression that dragons love to talk. Humor me. The gates of Kaizo regard you in disgruntled, calculating silence.
We will indulge ourselves before shredding your name from the long scroll of existence. The chosen people of the Dead Fire called a Kaizo home.
It stares off into the distance, fixating on one of Kaizo's many spires.
The outsiders were their contemporaries, full of wisdom, ingenuity, and terrifying ambition. The Old Ones and the outsiders traded, collaborated, learned, and built together. Outsiders augured the doom of the Old Ones. The rift unmade them both.
What caused the rift?
The outsiders coveted ancient Kaizo. Its occupation was a hindrance. Machines were built on a foundation of outsider lies. When the machines were nearly done, the outsiders constructed bodies of flesh and bone.
Bodies?
Skeletons now. Their remains littering great Kaizo.
What were these machines?
Ones which drew the spirits of the dead through a sieve. Finally, the outsiders fashioned a guardian to stand vigil over their work. Our bond with the Old Ones compelled us to trust their allies. They offered us a trade, eternal life for eternal service. We were ordered to slam shut the gates of Kaizo for all time.
What happened when the machines went active?
The outsiders vanished from the world, leaving the Old Ones dumbfounded. Quiet gave way to chaos. Storms battered the seas. The sleeping hearts of mountains awoke with fury. When the last screams of the Old Ones faded, only we remained.
So no one has been here since the devastation?
None but the green colossus whose every footstep disturbs tranquility. You are the first kith to visit the shores of Lost Kaizo, and you will be the last. This idle chatter was a refreshing change of pace. May your journey through the wheel be an informed one.
I didn't come to fight, but if you bar the way, then I have little choice.
You chose death when you set your bearing, traveler. Prepare yourself.
Lunging forward, the construct attacks. Okay, shoot. Okay, first thing's gonna be first here. We need to make sure they got the right weapons on here. Well, she's gonna cast these over here. kind of want him to be behind him. Over here. He's gonna mark him. And then okay, there it is, Blood Frenzy. Is it just automatic? Oh, it just automatically upgraded. Okay. How long does this last for? 14 seconds for that. Okay. I'm just gonna have them attack then. For now, to get them up there. Oh, and the dog.
Try not to blood.
Uh-oh.
Shooting somehow.
Oh. Put him over here. He's marked, right? Yep, marked prey. Okay. Now, do that.
Running won't save you.
It's not supposed to happen.
A mess.
We'll go.
Kill them all.
Do that now. Let's see if we can get the dog back over here. Or the wolf. Oh, he's pushing him around. Don't do that. Ah, you dumb dog. Did he do his piercing attack already? You have to come closer.
Somehow.
Get the dog over here now. Oh, we got some over here. We'll do that. Bring you back over here. See if he can. I doubt he'd be able to stun him.
Feel pain.
Did he not do his run it and there we go. Okay, so is he flanking now? Doesn't really say if he's flanked.
Out of my way!
No good.
So much for you.
I never miss twice.
No prisoner.
You'll only...
Oh no, what's this? Ooh. These little guys haven't really done anything. How much longer they have.
Bring them down. The inevitable. Didn't even leave a dent.
Yes? They'll hurt you.
She's gonna do this again. Right here. He's gonna do this again.
That's not supposed to happen.
He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. He's gonna do that.
No prisoners!
And then he's gonna do. Move up a little bit closer.
What's up, child?
Oh, dragon's leg.
I've got some bad news. Somehow it always ends in
He's
blood.
got 2 heads. Okay, alright, well. We're gonna need to get someone else on the dragon. You know what? We're just gonna do this. You come over here. You do that without hitting anybody else? Probably not.
Let's go.
You're only delaying the inevitable.
What the heck is going on? Oh, she's knocking everybody back.
This is my favorite part.
You're only delaying the inevitable.
Oh, wow. We have to get... Oh, wow. He can't use abilities. He's frightened. Can't heal both of them.
Take him down.
Actually, he's gonna... Well, he can't do that anymore. Do a fireball? Oh, the dog's right there. You can do it right here, though.
It's not supposed to happen.
Shall we begin?
He's on the dog now.
Yeah. Leave a dent.
I have to get in closer to get to that.
No good. There. Let's go.
Oh, okay, ooh, he's almost down.
Well,
That's not supposed to happen.
try not to bleed on my clothes.
Almost down.
Get up.
This is cold.
I'm not done fighting.
Oh,
So
what?
much for you.
What? What?
Out of my way!
He just picked him up and threw him on the ground. He just... What? You can't do that. It's not right.
You're only delaying the inevitable.
Okay, so these guys are fighting for us now. They can't do any special abilities, though, can they? I can't really control them.
Bring them down.
Okay, we're gonna try and get... I don't want to lead too far away.
Get up.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Not good, not good.
No good.
Hey, this is my favorite part!
I'm stuck.
Okay, he's back up. Looks like I took that off. Oh man, oh.
Ixia must be cheating somehow!
Take him down.
Got you now.
He's hurt.
Somehow it always ends in bloodshed.
That's not supposed to happen.
Nowhere near finished.
Oh wait, what? He's got another...
What's there?
Oh no. What she's gonna do? So she's gonna do
No prisoners.
this.
No good.
More Ixia.
Kill them all. Can't find its weak spot.
What is... Oh no. The Glithin Hierarch. The dog's been dead for a while.
Shall we begin?
It's not supposed to happen.
Didn't even leave a dent.
here.
Well?
It's almost down. Felix, come on, you have to. You two have to get him
You
down right
insist. Didn't even leave a dent.
You just
Shall we
don't
begin?
now. Okay, good. Felix, come over here. Maisie, you need to come over here.
Yeah. Didn't even leave a dent.
Let's go.
Okay, make a potion. She's gonna. She's gonna do that.
There. Take him down.
He's gonna switch to this. He's still marked prey. Okay. Get back in the healing circle. Someone's paralyzed.
What's our plan?
Oh, not anymore.
No good.
At your Bring them down.
Ooh. Another one. Oh, another one. Where'd those ogres go?
kill them all.
Oh, she's near death. Oh,
Didn't even leave a
You
dent.
just got grogged.
What is it?
I assist.
I don't understand. I'm hitting it as hard as I can.
shit.
Take him down.
Shit.
What is it?
Actually, we can do that.
Bring them down.
That's not supposed to happen.
At your servant. You've just made my list.
Curse your eyes.
What is it?
So much for you.
What is it?
Yes?
No prisoners.
At your service.
Enough.
We can't.
What's our
I don't
plan?
understand. I'm hitting it as hard as I can.
Oh, jeez. Turn that up. See if we can do that. We can't do anything.
No good.
Have you gone mad?
Ooh,
Bring them down!
Mind your manners. You're only delaying the inevitable.
got him.
I've got some bad news.
What's this? What's this?
What's up?
You guys
Agreed.
Get out of there.
somehow it always ends in bloodshed.
Oh, they're scared.
I'll get you yet. What is it?
Ooh, there you go.
I'll see it done.
We had any Adraban? We did. We did.
Of course. Leave it to me.
The pile of this debris hums with ancient power. What should we actually get? Krelix. Someone's getting a better sword. Oh, we got 7. Oh. Yeah, we're doing it. I want this sword. It's been with us for a while. It still doesn't do as high damage as the other ones do, but oh wait, what was the other stuff? Let's get, is everybody in a group here? We're all healing?
Yes?
Yeah, okay. So he's good, oops. Oh, so that was maxed out, that's right. It was... Right, because we didn't have the brain. What else did we have, though? There was a chance to cast a random affliction on target on scoring credit. Cast a random defensive illusion spell when the caster becomes bloodied. His pistol. Oh, we can make his pistol legendary. Needs a legendary pistol. We're doing it. No, I only have 1 of those left, so that's that. And besides it, but I don't want it. I wanted this one. Wait, and then this solitary fate. Cast chill fog around the caster when they are defeated, so long as there are no nearby allies. Vengeful Cold grants a chance to launch a small blast of cold around the caster upon receiving a critical hit, dealing freeze damage to nearby enemies, so long as there are no nearby allies. Oh, well, I'd rather have that than the other one. So there. Yep, okay. Alright, cool. And then she can actually come over here.
Yes?
And we can spend one of these. Go that. And we can go there and get rid of that. She's only got one of those left. Why, is the dog dead?
As you wish.
No. Oh, it just wasn't close enough to get help either. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I was hoping for more Hydra. Grand Promenade. Wheeled with under spire. Alright, now I don't know.
A blade in the dark.
It's gonna be up here. And hopefully we don't run into anybody else. I don't want to look at. Was that the battle? Because I mean we don't have hardly
May
anything
I assist?
as
What
far
is
as
it?
spells go. So if we get into
Of course.
another tussle, we still gotta fight A at this. Disable the storm.
Ooh!
Erosion has softened the bronze features, giving the proud statue a brooding air. Oop. Okay. What is it? This goes down. Descending into the city would be suicide while the relentless storm rages on. Okay.
I won't be gone long.
Is that 3 frogs? Well, a furious storm obscures the sprawling city below, but you can make out the shapes of distant spires reaching up from the flooded ruins. Spirit wings tug on your soul with instances. Like a stern hand trying to pull a cloak from your back. You recall the last time you encountered a Beowick. It feels a lifetime ago. Turn to your companion. So here we are. You look to those who accompanied you this far, who risked everything to face the confrontation ahead. I think we're as ready as we can be. Let's go.
They won't see me coming.
I have an
Your tiny engraved readings, the memory of Dumois, Tupa, and Tikoma, Nagati's first chosen. And there's... Okay. Anything down here? Okay, under a spire.
This.
Leave this to Professor Grog.
The device atop the tower spins in wild, blurring revolutions. The air around it is still and calm. You stand in the eye of the storm, which has cordoned off Andra's mortar from the east, the rest of Aor for thousands of years. You see an antiquated control panel. Its levers engage in positions of activation. A deep percussion shakes the tower by its roots. Somewhere in the obscurity of the storm, Aethys rears back his fist to deliver a mighty blow. The control panel has weathered the millennia better than the rest of the city. A layer of dust covers its elegant glass tubes and engraved copper levers, which appear both intact and fully functional. Deactivate the machine. You grip the largest of the levers and bring it up to the starting position. The vibration of the machinery gradually slows and turbulent winds grow calm. Ooh, I stopped the storm.
The machine controlling the storm winds down. The clattering of its machinery settles into a low whir and then, at last, hiccups to a halt. Beyond the tower, the black, roiling clouds of Andra's mortar roll away from the ancient city of Kaizo, with only a tired sigh of wind to see them off. And on that last breath of wind, comes to you a familiar sound. The ring of a bell. The bell's ringing is soft, not the clangor and torrent you've grown used to. It calls to your soul, and your soul yearns to follow it. Your soul flees from your body and into the beyond, chasing that sound. It leads you at last to Bareth's realm, to that cold platform and room of endless doors.
Watcher, your journey nears its conclusion.
The pallid night stands before you, her gaunt face impassive.
Finally, I'm nearly free of all this. What will come after this? Let's make this quick. I've got an engagement. It's a living statue. I don't want to be late. What will come after this?
That will depend on the will of Kith, whose desires are ever in flux. Soon you will confront Aethys for what will likely be the final time. And you will do so as the Herald of Bareth, the only creature on the face of Aora to whom he will listen. Remember that.
The pallid night inclines her head to you, black hair hanging lank in her face. She steps back and cedes the floor to Helia with a small, resigned sigh.
If Aethys truly intends to go through with his mad plan to destroy the Wheel, a generation's worth of souls will be trapped in the in-between. So many would suffer. How can Aethys be so cruel? He cannot just abandon them. Aethys must help the Kith find a quick solution.
Abaddon strides forward.
Aethys thrust this crisis on the Kith. They did not bring it upon themselves. Their only mistake was entrusting us to watch over them. Who will help them rebuild their world now?
Aethys will reveal every secret of the gods. Will Kith be able to change the established order if they have no wonder to inspire them? Aethys must help them resolve this quickly, lest every one of Aora's few remaining mysteries be laid plain.
It's Aethys' obligation to help us fix what he's about to break.
Coddled children learn nothing that is not spoon-fed to them. With the wheel destroyed, Kith will tear themselves apart. It is the gods' duty to prevent that happening, lest they doom us all. And as Kith must be ruled, so too must the gods. I say that if Aethys is so eager to throw down the mantle of power and step aside, I shall take my rightful place as Queen of the Gods again.
She just wants to rule.
Kith are strongest when they follow our lead, and we are strongest when we lead in turn. United in purpose with the gods, Kith can accomplish things that without us, they could never have even begun. They must be shown their boundaries to surpass them.
Kith will not solve Aethys' puzzle on their own. And without an established order to fight against, the bonds that bind them dissolve, and they fight amongst themselves.
Boudica doesn't want to solve them. She wants to be queen over all of you.
Boudica's firm hand is but the motherly smothering of Helia by another name. Mortals should have no special advantages. Only once Kith have striven to improve themselves through trial will they truly know their measure. Kith must suffer to find their strength if they are to survive the world into which Aethys drags them. Our intervention in your struggle would be a cruelty and counter to our purpose.
He lets his words hang in the air for a moment. Gaze, level with your own.
Indeed. Kith must discover for themselves what it is they are worth, and of what it is they are capable. What we do for them, they do not learn for themselves. Trial breeds ingenuity. If our work of generations was not in vain, Kith will succeed in spite of Aethys' actions. I have faith in Kith's ability to meet Aethys' challenge. Do not mistake my words for indifference, Watcher. They are born from a fierce belief in your potential, not a refutation of it.
Thanks for that. Boudica's been dripping pessimism in my ear off like poison. Just gonna let her babble on.
Magran is blinded by her affection for mortals. She does not see that entropy is the destiny of all things. If Aethys were wise, he would destroy everything. End life. End reincarnation. End death. Kith have had their chance. It is time to let silence reign.
As Rimergon's words fade, the Pallid Night returns. She no longer towers over you, a giant even among the gods, but meets you at your height. She lets the arms crossed over her chest fall to her sides. She speaks to you openly, plainly, an expression almost like tenderness, turning up the corners of her lips.
Well, Watcher, you know where we stand. What do you believe?
Everything that's happened, everything that will happen, it's the gods' fault. We're better off without you.
The gods were once Kith, thousands of Kith from long ago, but Kith still. If we are diseased at our core, as you imply, then so too are you.
Not the same thing. Not the same thing.
Now the time has come for us to part, Watcher. I laid upon you a difficult duty, and I know you desire to be free of it. You will be in time, but not now. You have work to do yet. You are no stranger to hard choices. You killed Theos, and when his soul was laid bare before you, you chose to destroy it. You granted him peace. Remember the strength it took to make that choice, and know that you alone may sway Aethys now. When you stand before him, choose your words carefully.
The gods depart one by one in brooding silence. A solitary figure remains perfectly still until the last of her colleagues is out of earshot. Wotica peers down at you, a triumphant grin splitting her weathered features.
Bareth is a fool if she thinks I'll let her enjoy the last word. You were trusted with a heavy responsibility, Watcher. Speaking for mortals, and representing their interests in the future to come.
Indeed. Did my choices teach you anything about us?
Instead of working with mortals, you came this far on your own. You rejected compromise, idealism, and the solutions of others. My every suspicion is confirmed. Society needs us. Eora searches for its queen, and finds only an empty throne. I won't disappoint my subjects for long. Before we part, what compelled you to reject every dissenting voice and go your own way?
The trading companies in Huana were all as petty and disagreeable as the rest of you.
Uh-huh. Consider my curiosity appeased. For now, in our grandest plans, you are a singularly unpredictable variable. Whether you heeded my wisdom or not, everything you've done to get this far has informed our view of mortal kind. I hope you're satisfied with your performance. We've learned much from each other.
Did I make a difference? Are mortals ready to own their destiny?
The trading companies, the locals, and even the pirates had desperate, half-cocked plans to counter this threat. You denied them all, rightfully judging mortals as ill-equipped to claim their destiny. I couldn't agree more. When at last I claim my place of leadership among you, the only challenge will be convincing the others to go along with my revised plan of Eora. Aethys will no doubt have a sunnier outlook on mortals and their chances of success. He already has everything he wants, so go and listen to his empty-headed idealism. The rest of us will be sharpening our blades, preparing for the future he lays out for us.
I was chewing through Cadnua's foundation long before Aethys finished the job.
Whoa, there he is back there. Consciousness returns in a wave as the last of the machinery's energy dissipates. The calming of the storm reveals the sprawling city around you like sand wiped from a mosaic. You see the distant outline of Aethys raising his fist in triumph and purpose. Peering over the edge of the tower, you make out a distant shape amid the ruins below. An iron-studded warship has dropped anchor in the shallows, its cannons angled to the shore. The ship is nearly cracked in half, but the standard of the Royal Deadfire Company persists in flapping with the breeze. The empty deck tells that the surviving crew have long since boarded a skiff and rowed to shore, which means you no longer alone on Kaizo. Maybe they came to negotiate. That's pretty cool. I do like the artwork in here, though. That's all we can do. Yeah. We can't go up here, I don't think. No. Okay.
Insufferable.
Oh, that's how we go. Okay. So now we can go that way and go that. Okay. Alright, well, let's go that way. Uh-oh. Hazanui. Kuru approaches, her weapon drawn, her face is bruised and cut, and her uniform torn from the rough journey. But her eyes are clear and focused on you. Oh no.
What you people from lush, bright lands fail to grasp is that Rauatai isn't a storm-tossed spit of land. It's the Kith who stand together there. Kaizo belongs to us. We've earned it with blood and sweat. And no one shall take it from us now.
Why are you arguing about this when Aethys is destroying the cycle?
I can't stop him. Neither can you. But I can give my country a chance at weathering what comes next. Rauataians! Defend Ukaizo!
What do you think we're... what? No. So he's a ranger. Ooh, a weather mage. Soldier. Another ranger. A soldier. So we have to take her out first. Can he reach her? We'll have everyone attack you. And then you try to shoot her. And you are gonna... Everyone should run up by the time she gets there. So.
Take you.
Uh-oh. Relix, you need to come over here. He's gonna...
I hope you're ready.
Did it bounce off her and hit him? Who's... okay, so they're both there. He's gonna shoot one of these down this way. She can't do anything. How many more? Just 2 more. Oh wait, so even though I did the ogres with a chant spell, I can't throw these guys out without. Okay.
It's weak.
Hey!
And she can't do anything yet until... I guess we'll try that. We never really used this.
Death take you!
That's not supposed to happen.
No prisoners!
We can do that again. We're just gonna empower her. She only gets 1 back for each one though. So let's do this as well, I guess.
If one of you could just hit me over the head with a post...
Just gonna do it again.
That'd be great.
He still hasn't even done his.
Let's go.
Those ice plates are still in there, huh? We're gonna keep them in there, I guess.
No good.
Somehow it always ends in bloodshed.
Actually, let's do that.
You are only making me angrier!
Man.
Shall we
here.
begin?
Switch to this. Jeez, I'm gonna make that, there. Got console holds I can call in. I don't know what else is gonna happen. Let's see what that does.
I never missed.
Does this do anything? I'm gonna try this. See what.
Ixion!
Someone just got. Ooh. Get that weather mage out of there. Okay, the dog's right here. Where's Krelix at? He's right here too.
Ever seen a Goliath do that? Bastards!
The next shot won't miss.
Just a little blood.
Okay, now he's out here now. Okay. Oh, he's almost done. Okay.
So much for you.
Oh, we got the weather mage out of there.
Kill them all. The next shot won't miss.
Over here. Behind him. Ooh. Oh, the dog wasn't down.
No! Take him down.
I never miss twice.
Oop, okay.
Taste
we got
this.
it. Right now, don't know what's gonna happen if we get into another fight, because we're getting pretty low on all our stuff.
I'll take care of it.
A gambit.
Oh, okay. Weather Mage Grimoire.
Ooh!
A tiny engraving reads the memory of Tapu, Tapu, and Takuma. Nagati's first. Oh, that's the same one we just went through. It's just daytime now. Okay, we're all healing, so I'm gonna sit right here and we're gonna heal.
What's our plan? You ask so little.
Yes?
What's our plan?
Just gonna heal for a little bit. press it, speed it up too. There we go. It'll make things faster. Well, you're all good but the pooch. Or fox. So let's just... We gotta make down our... what, this... Yeah, down over here. Or walk there, that way he can heal on the way there. Because he's... Russell... Oh, he's 186. What was that noise? A little chime. Okay. Moi Gweth.
You descend into the ancient winding streets of Ukaizo. Battered by storms for thousands of years, the ruins bear the marks of their role as the lone witnesses of the god's great secret at the center of the city. The houses and boulevards are pierced by great spears of luminous Audra. There are no ashen bodies, no birds, no sign or sound of any life. But with every step, the rhythmic pounding in the distance draws nearer. Soon, you can feel the vibration traveling up your spine.
Is that us right there? Sitting on the ledge? There's no way we're gonna be able to fight him. No.
As you approach the center of the city, the weathered architecture gives way to more luminous Audra, piercing the ruins, eventually overtaking them entirely. Cresting the top of a fallen tower, you finally get a clear view of Aethys. He stands, legs astride, next to a great stone monument ringed with 11 cavernous alcoves. All but 3 hold a gargantuan skeleton, bones scrubbed clean by the city's storms. An immense Angwithan machine floats above the monument, suspended by invisible energy emanating from a well of light beneath it. Great brass rings spin around a core of metal and Audra at the machine's center. Periodically, Aethys's massive arms swing back. The movement alone is enough to draw great gusts of wind toward him. When they come down on the machine, the impacts are accompanied by eruptions of electricity, fire, and smoke. The hundreds of luminous Audra pillars across Ukaizo sympathetically dim in a rippling wave that spreads out from the machine. The only safe route to the god is a steep ascent along a monstrous pillar of luminous Audra. Intertwined with fragments of Ukaizo's ruins that it has carried through the centuries, the pillar bends in a long arc, towering above the machine. The pillar levels out near Aethys's head, a silent observer to the destruction of the machine it has grown beside over thousands of years. You weave your way along a treacherous rain-slicked path up the pillar's skyward side. As you arrive at the top, you catch Aethys's attention. Fist pulled back, he pauses to observe you. With the same gentleness he showed at Ashen Maw, he lowers his arm and turns toward you.
Oh, hey, what's going on, Vicious? We made it to the end. Oh no, we have to fight him now? There's no way we just...
to see Kaizo in this way. It may be hard to picture, but this city was once full of life. The Huana, yes, but also kith from many other cultures. Great hanging trees shadowed these boulevards. Gardens sprawled across the open rooftops.
Each spring, a festival procession would wind its way from the hillside into this valley. The celebrants would pass through a steep walk among the stalls of foreign merchants, flowers falling upon them from all sides.
The only ones I didn't do were the two for the DLC. Because I have a save before we did any of this, so because I'd have to actually redo my party for a lot of it, because it's see, because everybody's on max level, and it was like the one of them was like 3 red skulls on the one boss, so I'd have to go back through and redo a bunch of stuff. But I wanted to I just wanted to see what the ending was, so we're doing this right now.
All people of all nations, together in a celebration of new life. Such was the power and beauty of lost Kaizo. But what of you, Watcher? Why have you followed me? Have you come to bear witness to the breaking of the wheel?
I've come to ask you to take pity on the mortals of this world who will suffer for your actions. After you've gone, the gods will go to war with each other and with mortals unless they have a strong leader. Mortals are going to need a head start on things to prevent the gods from re-establishing control. You need to inspire them. I want you to go further than breaking the wheel. I want you to destroy it. Only to bear witness, I've come to fight you. Ha 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 ha. Well, we're weak on this one. Maybe if we weren't doing a survival run, I'd try that. But, mortals are going to need a head start on things to prevent the gods from re-establishing control. You need to inspire them.
Mortals are already inspired. It is what has pushed them on for hundreds of generations to reach this point in time. Animancy is poised to go far beyond what we Ingwithans ever discovered. Why does Helia think I should lend more power to mortals?
Because I believe in Kith. I believe in our potential to do good in this world.
As do I. From where should mortals draw their inspiration?
They should look to the future. Their imagination and inventive spirit should guide them.
Very well, Watcher. I will ensure that mortals are inspired by my passing, that my power not be expended in vain. Indulge me in a moment's curiosity. There is something I wish to know about Eora, about Kith, that I can only learn through your eyes.
Go on.
You followed me all this way, dodging an armada, navigating an impenetrable wall of storms, voyaging across uncharted seas, besting a guardian who existed to bar your trespass, with the machinations of gods echoing in your ears. And you did so on your own. That is no small achievement. Kith across Eora will hear the tale of it, and look to you with awe. I believe that mortals possess the strength to collaborate and shape a future of their own design. Not all of my brothers and sisters agree. I had hoped your actions would set an example for the future, demonstrating the resilience and ingenuity of mortals when they work together. Coming to Kaizo unencumbered by alliances proves a different point than the one I intended. but it is a valuable one all the same. What inspired your decision, Watcher? Did the choice echo your foundational beliefs? Or were you influenced by observation?
Let's see here. Technically it was the first one. But yeah, they couldn't work together through their petty differences. I didn't have time to wait for them.
I thank you for your perspective. Yours is not the only opinion that concerns me, but for the moment, it offers much to consider. All I ever wanted for mortals was growth, transformation. Once, my brothers and sisters shared this goal. Some have forgotten themselves, giving in to fatalism or tyranny. Others have succumbed to apathy. It brings me great sorrow that crisis is the only way to set the future in motion. Would that I could pass the responsibility of heralding your darkest hour to another. You shirked the aid of others and came this far alone. But I think you'll find that the future is built on trust, cooperation, and understanding among kith.
Before this is over, it's my turn to ask questions.
Ask. You are entitled to any answer that is mine to give.
What happens after the wheel breaks?
The great work of the Ingwithans falls to ruin. Reincarnation as we know it will end. Souls which currently await new life in the beyond will be born into the world as normal, but their numbers will not replenish. Anything that dies will tarry in the void of the in-between, awaiting the motion of a wheel that no longer turns. Once the beyond has emptied, every birth will be hollow-born. Other maladies of the soul may follow, and plague those who linger in life. Unless mortals work together to carve a new path, the essence of life will be trapped in the netherworld. Gods will starve. Aora will grow silent and cold.
Okay. How long until Aora is devoid of all life?
A generation or more. That much essence is already poised to flow into Aora. But unlike an hourglass, no amount of turning will compel the sand to reverse its course. Should you choose, you could lay down your burden and trust in your children's children to set matters right. That depends entirely on you. By your reckoning, there are still good years to come. By ours, time is short.
Yeah, why won't reincarnation just go back to how it was before the wheel?
When we tamed the cycle of reincarnation, we broke what had once functioned naturally and without intervention. The flow of essence will not normalize on its own. Essence will simply pool in the void of the in-between, never passing through Adra networks to the beyond. The dead will be left to wander in darkness, confusion, and sorrow.
So the gods broke the natural order of things and created the Adra pillars to house the souls so they wouldn't become hollowborn and they could be reincarnated. Well, thanks, guys. How can anyone trust the gods after what you've done?
No one is worthy of unconditional trust. If you feel the gods are beyond forgiveness, then they don't deserve your obedience. Make your future one that doesn't require them. Should you choose to accept the gods, I hope that you temper your faith with skepticism.
You've had millennia to do this. Why now?
For several reasons. My strength was diminished after the Godhammer bomb, and assuming this form took incredible effort. With so many vying for control of the Deadfire, I also saw a ripe opportunity for mortals to cast aside their differences and stand together as one. They have never been more powerful, more capable. Because of this, the gods must justify their importance or be proven obsolete.
I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna ask him about the first one, because I don't really care about the gods. But I'm gonna... Utica sees this as a test. One you're destined to fail.
Utica is entitled to her opinion. If the intent of this test is to justify an uprising to come, that is more worrisome. The other gods must decide for themselves if mortals are ready to dictate their future. Should Utica's tyranny prove the only alternative, mortals must prepare for a terrible conflict. Your perspective bridges eternity, Watcher. Many will look to you to mediate differences that could shake the very foundations of Aora.
You know, I haven't forgiven you for, Kadnua.
I apologize, Watcher. There is nothing I can do to restore the glory of your hard-won and poorly situated estate. What happened to Kadnua was not personal in nature. I would have occupied the statue even if it was buried beneath Defiance Bay. Given your perseverance, I know that a second home cannot be distant in your future. You have only to seek it out.
That's all. What happens next?
I must attend to my final work now. I cannot delay any longer. You have carried a heavy burden across the Deadfire, Watcher. Before I go, I would rid you of it.
No sooner have Aeth's words entered your mind than you hear one final dissonant ring with a chime within you. The silence. The knot that formed when the Pallid Knight first addressed you in the Beyond is now gone.
You are free now. As free as any of us can be. Many will come to you for help in the years ahead. Animancers, priests, even the gods themselves. I have great hope for you. But always remember that your future is for you to decide. Use your freedom well.
Aethys squares himself to the machine. As you move to a safe distance, he draws his fist back and resumes his assault. The blows rain down with increased fervor, but the machine perseveres in spite of his efforts. Spreading his arms wide, Aethys draws power from the luminous Audra clustered around the valley. The energy courses through his body, limbs overflowing with intense light and waves of heat. He returns to his task, each strike bringing with it the sound of cracking stone and twisting metal, the flickering of luminous Audra across Kaizo. As the ancient machine finally begins to succumb to his strength, so too does Aethys's body, built to withstand the passage of thousands of years. The great Audra statue has finally been pushed beyond its limits. Cracks appear along the hands, then race up the arms. Aethys does not slow his assault, but continues unabated. Its brass rings twisted. The machine spins erratically but withstands the relentless barrage. Aethys stands astride it and pummels the base of the machine. Soul energy begins to flare out from the machine's heart, warping the air with the intense heat. Aethys drives his right fist into the machine's center, the core of metal and Audra. The god lets out a deafening shout, something between a cry of anguish and a roar of exultation. You see Aethys' arm shatter upward from his hand through his elbow. A flash of light and heat bursts from the core, accompanied by a cacophony of destruction. The moment passes as Aethys' shout echoes throughout the valley. Your eyes begin to recover. The god's work is accomplished. The great machine of Kaizo has been destroyed. The wheel has been unmade. As Aethys' voice fades, the enormity of what you've accomplished sinks in. You have confronted a god. You have rediscovered the ancient city where the wheel was forged, and you have seen the wheel shattered. What comes next is uncertain, but already the legend spreads of the Watcher, who survived Andra's mortar and stood toe-to-toe with Aethys.
Oh no, okay.
On your recommendation, Aethys disperses his essence, and that of the thousands of souls within him, to centers of knowledge and learning around the world. Animancers, engineers, wizards, and scholars of all stripes make astounding breakthroughs in understanding and harnessing the phenomena that govern Aora. While some of these developments prove beneficial to Kith, others are decidedly less so. But such is the price of innovation. What remains to be seen is how, indeed whether, they will restore the cycle Aethys has broken. In reaching Kaizo and facing Aethys, you have accomplished the impossible. And you have done it without the assistance of the great powers of Deadfire. Your feats capture the awe and imagination of a world that needs heroes more than ever. Some say your intervention prevented Aethys from a far worse act of destruction. Many believe you will be the salvation of Aora. With each day, your legend grows, as does the chaos in Deadfire.
Ooh, oh no.
Kaizo remains unclaimed, and the Efekia Channel becomes the site of a near-constant battle as the Huana and the Rawatayans vie for control of the unprotected island. The Rawatayans rely on their cannons, and the Huana call forth massive waves and beasts of the deep to sink their foes. And while they chip away at one another, the Valians and the Principi pursue their own ends with increasing abandon. Emboldened by their rivals' distraction, the Valian Trading Company seizes territory and mines luminous Audra at a startling pace. Huana villages are left at the mercy of unscrupulous speculators, and resource-rich islands are swarmed and stripped.
Oh man, that's not good.
To support their operations, the Valian Trading Company begins shipping ever greater quantities of supplies and luminous Audra to and from the archipelago. This attracts the attention of the Principi, who target these ships with increasing aggression. The promise of fat prizes draws even more pirates to their ranks. The Rawatayans, as well as the Huana, are too busy to stop them.
Oh, no.
The mysterious deaths of Governor Clario and Storm Speaker Ikawa provoke hostilities between the Valian settlers and the Huawan residents. What starts with angry words escalates to retaliatory killings as each side blames the other.
Oh wow, okay.
By the time anyone bothers to question the strange coincidences surrounding their deaths, including reports of a cloaked Omawi woman seen in both the port and the village, both sides have gone too far to turn back. As the balance of power changes in Deadfire, so too does Nekataka transform.
Oh no, what did we do to Nekataka?
With the major powers at one another's throats, Nekataka becomes a maelstrom of chaos.
Oh jeez.
Spies and smugglers follow the flow of refugees into the city, where violence is commonplace. Kaizo remains the coveted prize, and Nekataka fades into an afterthought.
Oh, it's another bad ending.
The pirates continue smuggling food into the gullet, and the Raparu embrace their benefactors, aiding and concealing their smuggling operations. Over time, the gullet becomes a hotbed of piracy. With Skiarilifus's essence still empowering the Water Shapers Guild, the practice of water shaping grows and flourishes in Nekataka, and its practitioners rise in prestige. They install conveyors in the falls that run through the city and craft sculptures for every street and plaza. Thus, the Water Shapers Guild becomes a power in its own right in the city of Nekataka. Your brief encounter with Letharn proves deeply influential for the children of the Dawnstars. Plagued with nightmares and haunted by the deaths at Hesango, Letharn begins questioning his faith in Aethys. At first, his fellow Dawnstars chide him, but that changes as word of Aethys' deeds at Kaizo spreads. After all, what business have they worshipping a god who denied his own legitimacy? The faith of the children of the Dawnstars fades, but their commitment to the people of Deadfire does not. They continue feeding, healing, and helping the neediest, just as they have for decades. It is no longer a holy mission, but it is a mission all the same. Ruanu, the chieftain of the Huana at Tikawara, dies mysteriously.
No.
The tribe finds his body washed up on the same beach where Anaharu challenged him to the trial of waves. Some blame Anaharu's vengeful spirit. Others see it as Ngati's final judgment. And a few speak of a strange man seen lingering in the village. The leaderless tribe eventually scatters. Some head to Nekataka, while others seek out the Wahaki. The dragon, Neraskirlas, no longer passes between Aora and the White Void, and the dead flow slowly breaks apart, exposing the temple long frozen within. Vatnir tries to hold the Harbingers of Dusk together, and for a time succeeds. The group resettles within and around the temple, vowing to protect it. Eventually, however, Remergon's godlike falters, and his followers sacrifice him to the White Void. The Temple of Remergon falls into disrepair, home only to madmen and monsters. In besting the Beast of Winter, you earned the Death God's mercy rather than his enmity. The deity remains characteristically unforthcoming about his decision, and you're left to wonder whether in doing battle with him in the White Void, you somehow furthered his apocalyptic ambitions. Word spreads of the primal island of Kazuwari, once home to an arena that hosted bloody competitions and fearsome ordeals. Wild tales whisper that the spilled blood attracted a terrible beast of scale and fang that slaughtered those gathered at the island before destroying the great enchanted statue that oversaw the island's trials. Absent its guiding voice, Kazuwari descends into anarchy.
No.
A vast monstrosity of tentacles and flesh erupts from the Black Isles in the eastern Deadfire, before vanishing into the depths. None know what drives the titanic beast, nor where it will appear next, or what destruction it might wreak when it rises. Though your adventures alter the destiny of Aora and the balance of power in Deadfire, they also leave a lasting mark on those who travel at your side. Your companions find themselves changed, in ways both big and small.
Oh, this isn't gonna be pretty.
Adair returns to Hesango, where he reunites with Byrne, the son of his former lover, Alava. The boy takes heart in Adair's account that Aethys and all the other gods were false, petty, and unworthy of the love of Kith. Realizing how close he came to dying for this cause, Byrne finds renewed purpose in working alongside his uncle to repair the many scars left upon Deadfire by the gods. Under Adair's guidance, Byrne grows into the kind of irreverent, stubborn hothead that would have made his mother proud, and Adair visits her gravesite, often to tell her so.
Okay, well, that's good.
Shodi is not a priestess who understands the meaning of subtlety. As such, she makes her girlish crush on Adair painfully obvious from the moment she first sets eyes on the strapping fighter. Early in your travels, Adair appears discomforted by her persistent flirting. He often grimaces when she sidles up to him, and he takes endless pains to keep their conversations terse and to the point. But after a little smoothing on your part to nudge them in the right direction, Adair makes an effort to view Shodi with an open mind. And Shodi begins teasing the veteran fighter in a more companionable and less amorous manner. After saving each other's hides a couple times and sharing more than a few laughs, the two form an easy, and you suspect, lifelong friendship. Seemingly lit with an inner glow, Shodi takes to a new life of mission work with gusto. She still is committed to shepherding souls for Gaun, but having realigned her goals with that of her fellow Dawn Stars, she now endeavors to help the living as much as the dead. As you travel the Deadfire, you find her sleeping better and laughing more often. When the time comes for her to return to her temple in Nekataka, it's with a clear wistfulness and much lip-biting on her part. She leaves you with her sickle and a hastily scrawled note. It reads, "A keepsake from a path once walked. Remember me, Watcher, for I will forever dream of you." Aloth renews his commitment to destroying the Leaden Key. With the wheel broken, loosening the god's stranglehold on Kith is more urgent than ever. It is a lofty goal, and one he does not expect to finish in his lifetime. But if there's one thing he's learned from the Watcher, it's that a single person can change the world. The Valian Trading Company is initially furious when they learn that Pallegina had assisted the Watcher in claiming Ukaizo. In the chaotic aftermath, the company takes a more nuanced view of Pallegina's actions. The turmoil in the region allows the well-organized company to seize a number of valuable assets from their competitors. Though Pallegina is not rewarded for her actions, nor is she punished, the Dukes and Songreta agree to forget her support of the Watcher. She is quietly reassigned to duty in the Valian Republics, an order she gladly obeys. Pallegina renews her relationship with Jackalow, corresponding with him regularly, and even meeting with the old Animancer once or twice a year. Though she does not understand the intricate details of his research, she reads his letters and responds with great enthusiasm. Her brothers, and even the Dukes themselves, note that Pallegina's demeanor is always warmer on the days when she receives a letter. Rumors even spread that some of the brothers have seen her smile. Time away from the Navy gives Maya Rua some perspective on how Rawatai conducted the Deadfire occupation. No sooner does she return to active duty than she voices her frustrations over some of the more underhanded tactics she witnessed and carried out in the name of the homeland. Her voice carries all the way to the Ranganui, who reminds his admirals that battles are won by superior tactics, but war is a battle of precedent, and winning is not always a victory. The people listen. Though Mayo's covert assignment in the Deadfire is considered a success, few claim knowledge of it or openly congratulate her. She receives no praise beyond knowing glances or the occasional raised tankard from her countrymen. She never responds. There's never enough free time to explore your mutual connection. Something about your bond feels unfinished. But as your paths diverge, you start running out of reasons to see each other.
Oh.
In your presence, she's always armed with a pleasant smile and lots of questions. Her embrace is full of warmth. If there isn't time now, someday there might be. She looks forward to seeing her brother again. So does Ashiza. Takehu distances himself from the problems of the Deadfire, giving the tribes a reprieve from godlike omens. And Gati's silence speaks volumes. The Huana grow to rely on each other, paving a new way forward divorced from their traditions. Soon after he departs Nekataka, distant tribes report of unusual and salacious water sculptures appearing on the shores. These quaint visitations are widely celebrated, the identity of the artist ever an open question. Your farewell is short and cordial. Nothing further needs to be said, and you wish each other well. Takehu does not look back. The sea feels restless in his absence. Your pursuit of Aethys and your journey to Kaizo signal the end of forces that have shaped the lives of Kith and the course of nations. The cycle of reincarnation has been broken. The storms of Andra's mortar have calmed. Yet each ending promises a new beginning. As the sun rises over Ukaizo, Kith turn their gaze eastward, wondering at what lies beyond, and at the world they will fashion for themselves. As the Watcher of Cadnua and the former Herald of Bareth, you return to your ship and begin the long journey home. You hope for calm weather.
So, was that it? Alright, there it is. That was pretty good. It wasn't too, I mean, it was a nice continuation from the first story. Wasn't as good as the first one, but it was, decent continuation. The gameplay was definitely a lot, updated from the first one, combat-wise and everything. But yeah, that was overall pretty good. Alright, well, can we skip through this? Because I know we got some... Is there anything else at the end? Probably not. Nice. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. Yeah, that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. It's definitely something to get used to, because I was used to playing the turn-based, and going from turn-based to the real-time was definitely a bit of a learning curve. Definitely, for sure. But yeah, that was fun. I'm not quite sure what my next game is going to be yet, but I'll be back on tomorrow around 10 o'clock, and I'll be figuring it out from there. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.